What's up, guys? It's the Real Ben here to talk about this new X-Men Apocalypse trailer that just came out. The X-Men Apocalypse is the biggest X-Men film that they ever way possible. This is why the very first X-Men teaser trailer is an important moment, especially given its timing coming out shortly after trailers for Civil War and Batman v Superman. So, as we previously submitted, this teaser is largely the same that which was played during the Fox panel at San Diego Comic-Con in July. So, Nora, aka Apocalypse, never appeared in the original X-Men movie timeline, which means the events of X-Men Days of Future Past, which involved time travel, altered the course of history so much so that it somehow awakened Nora earlier than planned in the 80s. It's actually a nod to Marvel Comics, where Apocalypse awakens as a result of Cable traveling back through time to prevent Apocalypse from doing so. So bring on the theories that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is the new Cable. It's already been established that Apocalypse is thousands of years old, hailing from ancient Egypt, and lives by a code where only the strong should survive. He wants to wipe out modern society as we know it, including its blind leaders, and let the worthy take over. He's in some ways the extreme version of the morals of Magneto, who believes that Homo superior should dominate Homo sapiens. Every time someone appears throughout history, he always recruits 4 henchmen to serve him and grants them special powers. In this movie, those 4 are Cyclops, Archangel, Storm, and Magneto. How he recruits them and what powers he gives them remains unclear, but in the comics, he's able to use his own powers and that of alien technology to manipulate and enhance himself and his servants. The first and best example of this when he converted Angel into Death, one of the 4 horsemen. We already know from the concept art and the official marketing banner that Angel would get mechanical metal wings like in this movie. And the trailer depicts him launching deadly metal blades from them just like in the comics and cartoons. The trailer did not show Archangel before his transformation as Warren Worthington with white feather wings. We did see that previously in concept art. We're interested in seeing what happens to Warren after these events. Will he remain as lethal form, raise his rings and all, or return to classic Angel? Will the film take a page from the modern X-Force comics where he's a bit a jiggle and high character could transform at will? The new team heads towards battle. A surprisingly awesome Quicksilver from the first movie gets far more screen time than the sequel enjoys, and Mystique returns as well, which begs the question of what she's been up to since during the years since Days of Future Past. Beast remains the loyal backbone of the enjoyment of Mystique, Moira McTaggart, Quicksilver, and newcomer Cyclops and Jean Grey. So absent from the shot are Jubilee, Nightcrawler, and Havoc. When the roster takes shape and takes flight, there what appears to be a new X-Jet. Did Beast build this one with CIA's help too, or are him and Professor X secretly building one underneath the X-Mansion on their own? The team is wearing the same dark armor. It's inspired from the designs of surviving mutants, where in the future segments of X-Men Days of Future Past, it's more practical as a field outfit, even if they rely on mutant powers over weapons. Since they're mostly kids heading into battle putting their lives on the line, but without the colors and classic inspired uniforms. The X-Men are ready to fight yet again, but why? What is making them suit up for war? Stakes are higher than ever with Apocalypse threatening late waste to a world as only the strong can survive, in this case mutants. What seemingly sets them off, however, it could be destruction of the X-Mansion. There's one shot when Apocalypse is giving his speech from the line and from the ashes of their world. You can see a fiery explosion inside the mansion with several students in the thick of it. We also see early in the trailer Quicksilver vehemently running through the mansion's interior. We guess he's doing his best to save students. In the books, Mystique's loyalty and allegiance have always been questionable. At times, she longs for a relationship to her son Nightcrawler or adopted daughter Rogue. Other times, she's a murderous villain. In the second trilogy of the main X-Men movies, Mystique is one of the 4 main leads with the star power of Jennifer Lawrence. She's back at the forefront and is a showcase in the character's natural blue skin once in the trailer. Perhaps because there are now 3 other blue characters. Mystique's back on the team, Charles, showing that she's still a bit of a hero at heart, but the question remains, what does she do with Wolverine after recovering him? The trailer makes a point of explaining that mutation is a known commodity. The revelations of mutants have created cults and factions, some of whom fear and hate what's new and different, others which worship mutants as something godlike. The events of Days of Future Past when Magneto lifted a football stadium to the sky and dropped it around the White House were all very public. Yet several key X-Men characters are still depicted in a way where they look normal and still do not accept who they are. Beast still looks like Hank Quay for most of the time, and Mystique is never shown as blue. The comfort of the stars seem to take priority over the source material here, except for poor Cody McPhee, who's always blue and tattooed as Kurt Warner, Nightcrawler, and Isaac wears Apocalypse getup. The costume and facial designs of present day and Savannah Apocalypse earned mixed reactions from the early marketing reviews for X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, you know, I was saying this looks stupid. Some of you compared the looks to Ivan Ooze of Power Rangers, learning little from harsh criticisms of Quicksilver took in the last movie. He of course ended up being a fan favorite, which allowed him to come back in the bigger role for X-Men Apocalypse. Regardless, Fox and Singer clearly took note and made an effort to not only conceal Apocalypse's face in most shots of the first trailer, but they include one brief shot of him size changing, becoming massive, and addressing one of the complaints. Apocalypse needs to be an intimidating figure, physically as well as power-wise, and this emphasizes that as he crushes Charles Xavier against the floor with one hand. It's unclear, however, if this is actually a physical confrontation in X-Mesher or a battle of wits all in their heads. Rose Byrne returns as Moira McTaggart after being introduced as CIA agent first class. She, like everyone else, has aged well over the last 2 decades. It's very unclear how she crosses paths with Charles Xavier in the X-Men in this movie after Charles wiped their memories years ago. But she's maintained her interest in mutant researching the history of Apocalypse. We must assume that with mutation now common knowledge that many government resources are spent researching, harnessing, controlling mutation, that McTaggart is part of that initiative. Do the X-Men work with the government and X-Men Apocalypse, or is it more on her own sharing this info, suiting up alongside the X-Men? One of the more curious shots in the X-Men trailer is when Charles is using Cerebro, joined by Moira, Beast, Havoc, and Mystique, pursuing to locate Apocalypse, but then his eyes go black as he feels more powerful than ever. Is this Cerebro being tampered with like it was in the original X-Men trilogy to incapacitate Charles, or is it someone taking control of him to use Cerebro for themselves? Dude, that would explain the shot in the trailer, which looked like Apocalypse using Cerebro to locate mutants, and maybe lead up to our next point of discussion. It's almost laughable that the final shot of the X-Men trailer is reveal of a character going bald, but it's what the fans want. Fans cheer loudly at this moment at Comic-Con when a very similar teaser was played in this moment that's taken 3 movies to come to fruition. In the comic, Charles Xavier has always been bald, so at least James McAvoy got to keep his hair for nearly 3 full movies. In the film, McAvoy revealed a few weeks ago that he loses his hair because he pulls a bunch of it out after something horrible happens, and the rest of it falls out. So, what did you guys think of this trailer? I really liked this trailer. I liked it. I didn't love it. I just liked it. I just didn't think it was as good as the Civil War Batman v Superman trailer that just came out. What about you guys? What do you guys think of the trailer? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace. Deuces.